What is going on, everyone? We are setting up for the Globex or Asian market open for today. I am only looking for a drop in the gold price down at this wick right here to test this. So this green area is my buy area right now. Let me just put a text there. All right, let's put it buy. So this is what I'm going to be looking for, right? The closest I can get to that wick, the better. I don't know how deep of a stop loss is going to be. Maybe $10. So if I do one micro and everything, a $10 move will be $100 of a stop loss. But I am also afraid of this full entire retracement since Sunday. Don't know if it's going to hit here, but if it does, this would be a pretty good area to start looking for buys, because there's the Fibonacci that I traced there. A lot of wicks to the left. Actually, you know what? I'm going to draw this box right now. Okay. Maybe, you know what? Let's get this entire box. Let's lock it in. Okay. So anything in here would be a pretty good buy, but the stop loss is going to be quite large because it can test down to these areas right here, which it's another area we got to be careful about. You know, I'm going to mark that up too. Potentially, let's see here. Let's include that. Let's lock in this. Okay. Now, a lot of you are going to be wondering why am I just always focusing on taking like buys, is because we know the conflict in Iran and all that stuff is going to eventually settle. But what's going to remain is the high oil prices. Anything above $100 or $90 or where the current price is right now, all the oil companies and everything are going to settle with that. It takes a lot of energy to maintain these data centers that are being built out by the Mag 7 anyways. When all this distraction, when all the dust settles and everything, and the new era that we're going to be going into, which is data, AI stuff, all that jazz, it just means that it's going to demand more energy. We're either going to go nuclear, right? But we can't go into solar panels. It's not enough power. Like a lot of you guys who've done crypto mining, just the crypto space alone, if you guys believe in crypto, it requires a lot of power just to keep this going. And China is the one that's like pretty much front running a lot of this crypto mining space, because China has the cheapest power output because they're on, guess what? Fossil fuel, right? That's why it's so cheaper over there. And everyone that's over there knows it. In Vietnam, energy price, like when it comes to power and all that stuff, also cheap relative to the US dollar, right? Relative to Bitcoin prices. So there's a lot of mining rigs that was happening in Vietnam. But guys, when the Iran war is done, we don't know when they're going to announce that, right? Gold is going to spike up so fast because now it's going to shift the focus from inflationary talks, future inflation. So there is a problem because the government can't raise, central banks cannot raise interest rates. They don't have the employment numbers backing up their claim as to why they need to raise rates. It doesn't make sense. How many people that you know within your group of friends and family, or 5 people's down, like 5 people deep. So if your friend that knows a friend that knows a friend, like five people deep, do you know that are unemployed right now? They're not working, or they're underemployed, right? That's not a good economy. So how are you going to tell me that the world can support higher rates? You're not even collecting enough taxes. You're already squeezing the middle class. Your number one clientele as a government is the middle class, the ones that make $70,000 to $120,000 a year. They are the ones who are footing the bill of all the social programs that the bottom bracket, like the poor people, where you get your most votes on, because There's a reason why all these government politicians are constantly selling you policies that only a broke person and a poor person will actually care about. Rental problems, so greedy landlords, more social handouts, like social programs, like up here in Canada, it's HST handouts or grocery rebate handouts or carbon tax rebate handouts, like all this garbage that it's being taken from the middle class. Let's say they, I want to give you a fictitious number, 10 billion. And they hand it down, which is like, let's just say 3 billion to the poor class, where most of the people are sitting at that are willing to vote these people in. They satisfy that. Like, see, I gave you what you wanted and what you voted me in for. That I'm going to give you more social programs by taxing the middle class and giving it to you guys. When it's like, guys, this is why illiterate people or uneducated people should not be allowed to vote. Because you guys don't understand who you're voting in for, because it's going to affect you in the long run. You guys are only focusing what's in front of you. You got to think where your life will be like in 5 to 10 years. Because of all these garbage policies that's coming through, like Olivia Chow going after the landlords up here in Toronto or in the GTA, because, you know, neighboring mayors are watching what Toronto's going to do. They're just going to follow suit. They're going after landlords. And surprise, surprise, big Brookfield asset management companies, or these big conglomerates of like asset management, property, like REITs, like real estate income trust, they're going to be exempt, right? They either are going to be exempt or they have the volume to be able to ride out any sort of tendency problems, right? What it really affects are poor people who want to break out the cycle of being broke every single day. You guys are focusing on the things that you can have control on, which is where you want to rent, right? Yes, it's not ideal for you to be living out an hour away just to get cheaper rent. Yes, it's not comfortable to be renting out a room with other people. There's so many things I get why it's not viable, but that's just the symptoms of a broken system that we're in, which is the devaluing of the dollar, the currency war that we're in, the manipulation of inflation, the constant printing of the dollar, the fractional lending that we're in, and all that stuff, where the banks are allowed to lend out 100% of all the cash that's coming in. And you guys have no idea how that's affecting all of us. But yet they're giving you a little carrot saying that, you know what? Let's go after the greedy landlords, right? They need to pay their fair share, versus you should be focusing on like, hey, government, what are you going to do to stimulate the economy to allow me to break away from this stupid minimum wage job, which I make $34,000 a year? I want to go up to the $120,000. How are you going to get me there with the current situation that I'm at? Because you're allowing all these AI companies to decimate in industries right now. Accountants, gone. Lawyers, gone. Engineers, gone. You just saw software engineers from Meta. Meta alone is decimating 50,000 jobs. They just laid off another 8,000. These are high quality jobs that are making $250,000, $400,000. Gone. Gone. They've done their job. They have built a software that pretty much replaces them. Now Meta or Facebook believes that they're at a point with their software or their AI to start coding what these engineers have pretty much programmed to do. It is able to self-learn. It has enough data points inside whatever they coded, whatever that software is. They believe they're at a point where they can start letting go all these people. And this 8,000 layoffs is on top of all the previous year's layoffs. Like if I'm not mistaken, they're crossing about like 60,000 people they have laid off in the last 5 years. 50,000. So let's just see here. So 50,000, multiply that by, let's just say $200,000 a year. I know some of them make more. Oh my God, that's $10 billion a year that this company saves every single year. That's $10 billion gone towards salaries, where those people use those salaries to have banking products. So the bank representatives, the local banks, depend on this 10 billion. You got restaurants that depends on this 10 billion. You got the restaurants vendors that depends on this 10 billion. You got Walmart that depends on families that build a family around $200,000 as a salary every single year. The crippling effect of not stimulating the economy by allowing companies to compete for your money is dying. Not one politician is talking about figuring out how to make Walmart more competitive. Yeah? How you make Walmart start to feel or start to sweat is stop giving them any sort of taxpayer money and start taking the money that you tax Walmart and opening up a program where it's like, you know what? Any entrepreneurs who have a business idea to compete in this space for Walmart, we're going to give you $1 million loan and it'll be forgiven if you happen to fail. I would rather see entrepreneurs take $1 million from Walmart because they're taxing them accordingly and they fail with it because they're trying to make something to allow Walmart to be like, oh, wow, Walmart can't be price gouging you. Oh, wow. Up here in Canada, Loblaws, Walmart, Sobeys, all the three families that own the entire grocery chain, they got sued for price fixing on bread. Now they're getting sued for another thing. But guess what the class action lawsuit is? It's insulting. I got $25 as a gift card for the grocery chain for them price fixing bread. 25 bucks. I think it was like a $50 million payout. You think that's enough? $50 million for a company that controls a third of all the transactions across Canada. You really think that's enough? 50 million? That's one store of Walmart that makes in a year. And you thinking that $50 million is enough of a penalty for these guys to pay? You guys have no idea how the world's going to shape because a lot of you guys might be like thinking that, oh yeah, you know, these landlords are going to pay for, you know, all the repairs that's needed. But guess what? You're jobless. You got no job because the industries that have jobs are being decimated and they don't want you to focus on it. And now what? Oh, you're going to get hit with an N4, non-payment of rent letter from whoever is the landlord, and you're going to get kicked out. Right? What was the point of you living in a well-maintained unit if you can't pay for the rent no matter what the dollar amount is? So you should be focusing on what these governments are going to do in terms of stimulating the economy and bringing back jobs, good quality jobs, so that you can afford a better life. That's what you should be thinking about. That's why I'm tired of arguing with a lot of uneducated, financially illiterate people because they don't know who they're voting for. They don't get it. And I don't blame them because they're constantly trapped in this life where it's like, I got to hustle. I'm barely making ends meet and everything. And I got to go home, pay bills and everything, and wake up the next day to do all that stuff. But it takes a lot of energy and effort to actually learn about what financial literacy is. Learn about investing in yourself. Like, you've really got to put in the effort. But guess what? A lot of you guys are doom scrolling right now. If you guys look at all the apps, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, I don't know them all, but add up all the time you spend on all these platforms and look at how much time you're wasting on this because you have told yourself that I need a break from reality. And that's the sad reality we live in because the average person today, 60 to 70% of you are trapped in this mindset and it's hard to break. But it's the race to the bottom. I'm already seeing it. And it's hard for me to convince the average person for you out there. That's why I'm here trying to trade on the prop firm because I see that opportunity here. And I'm going to see if I can go after that payout today. So I've already requested about like $1,200 in terms of payout. So thank you, Take Profit Trader. I don't have a promo code, but I still do believe that Take Profit Trader as a prop firm, they're probably one of the best right now. But my opinions can change if things that I'm hearing about on like the Reddit forums, if it's actually true and it's looking pretty scary. But as of right now, my experience, it's been so far so good. But again, that can change by the next stream. I don't know. But I've already requested $1,200 so far, like roughly. I'm not going to be trading on any of my funded accounts right now, but you'll see that there's like $84 in like across 4 of my funded accounts. I'm going to request that payout before I start trading again, because all I'm focusing on is daily payouts. The goal is to make $200 profit across the account, which means that's 50 bucks. I made 84, I hit my target. The goal is to have these small wins every single day, and once the small win starts to snowball and everything, I'm going to start opening up, Lucid accounts and everything, start trading on there. Same thing, same target. I'm going to go after the 50 to 100 bucks per account, which is $200 or $300 across all the accounts. Because I'm not trying to go for the home run, because that gets me into like a lot of trouble here. So like I get antsy. Like we all been there. Like I'll see this $84 and I'm like, this is not enough. I want more. So then I start trading and I overtrade on these accounts. But I'm like, I'd rather have it on a different account, overtrade those accounts, right, where I'm not in the green. And if I blow it, that's fine. I've already made my profits here. So I'm trying to combat my gambling mentality by doing it like that. And we're going to see how that turns out, right? The goal is to see if I can withdraw like $30,000 by the end of the month. But it doesn't look like it's going to be like that. I have to roll over my goal for May. So we're gonna see if that's gonna if that will turn out for me in May. But we're gonna go after that. So again, as a reminder, I have to play the patient game here. On the screen here, anywhere in the buy box, if it goes there, I'm looking for it. If it gaps down to there, I'm looking to take some buys. The news is not looking good because Iran is looking to be very aggressive right now, which is creating a lot of selling pressure on gold. And the whole discussion about why gold is dropping, even during this crazy turmoil, is that it takes money to fund a war. And the things you buy, missiles, ammunition, tanks, things like that, who are you buying it from? And if you're buying it from whoever you're buying it, what do they accept in terms of payment? It's not like they're going to be allowing you to transact in Visa, MasterCard. But guess what? Guess what? The U.S. has pretty much controlled Visa, MasterCard because they operate in the United States. So how are you going to transact this? Right? They have to have an internal banking to allow, let's just say, Iran wants to do business with China. You want to do it in the yuan, right? So the best thing to settle type of trades is in gold. That's why we're seeing all this selling pressure on gold. That's one of the reasons. Now, I don't have the Bloomberg terminal just to show you these like data points and everything, but you got to think as to if you need to replenish missiles, ammunitions, things like that, how are you going to get US dollars, right? A lot of these companies, they transact in US dollars. So you got to dump something that's worth US dollars, i.e. gold. That's why Trump is forcing the petrodollar, where they're forcing Iran to be like, hey, you want to allow oil tankers to come through? They got to pay in US dollars, which creates US dollar demand, which means it gives the US government strength in their US dollars, or the US government, to issue out government bonds, right? Now, I don't know if this is the true linear thinking here of like following how the gold prices fluctuates, but apparently this time around, the war is bad for gold because Iran's trading partner is China, and they're trying to force the yuan being the next world currency, which is not going to happen, but we're going to see how that plays out. Man, there's something in my ear. Is there something in my ear? Feels like it. I don't know. Nope. No, there's nothing in my ear. Oh, man, I'm sore like crazy, man. Playing basketball right after work, it was insane. If my buddy's ever watching this, oh God, I am dying. All right, let's see what the market is about to do. Interesting. Okay. Well, since I can't trade on TPT here, I gotta switch over to my eval account. Even though it's juicy, I cannot take that trade on my funded account. I would love to. If my call is right. Yeah, if you're looking at the lowest point, 46.81. Where is that on my chart here? 46.81. That's all the way down here, bro. Yeah. Wow. I don't know if... Okay. Sorry. We know I can go down there. But let me see what my buddy Stock Tiger guy is doing right now. I want to see what he's thinking. I know he doesn't trade gold and everything, but I like to hear what he has to do on NQ and stuff like that.
I don't know. So I'm gonna try to zoom out and try to. Oh, man, I keep saying scaling down, guys, scaling down, but it's just not happening. Scaling down. I know. Made $4,000 on the NQ slide. Oh wow, man. Peppa dealt, man. You had a great day, man. Nice. I like that. That's exactly the kind of a trade I wanted to get in today. Mustafa, nobody could have hold through that pullback. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I had a good chance because I was not. It was not like chart in front of my face. I was on and off, like every kind of 30 minutes. So I was in a trade. I let it, play out. But I wasn't looking at the chart. So let's.
Gapped up. I can't trade that. Nah, man, that's not the play. The play is for you to gap down. Nah. Taking a gold short here is way too risky now. Why? What is Financial Juice saying here? Unaware of invitations to Russia G20. No, nothing crazy yet. What is my book maps showing? Ooh, who got burnt on here? So 71 lot at 47.17 and 77 cents. Where is that on my 5-minute chart here? 47.17. 77. So like right around here. Let's put a yellow line just to see a solid line. And let's make it thin. So there's a guy up here that got stuck. Took a buy up here. He's stuck. And then a short seller came in here. 95 lots got sold at 47.14. 47.14. Yeah, 47.14. Just right here. Let's make this color red as shorts. Let's make the line green for buys. So you got a guy that bought up here, and then you got a guy that's shorted here. We don't know if this is an actual short selling or someone that got triggered in terms of their stop loss. But if this guy really bought here, he needs to take this order all the way up. I need to get my... Uh-oh. Kids are crying here. Wow, that 1 minute is like all over the place. But the range is only like 720. So this is like a $10 range, so like 100 pip. The footprint is showing. Yeah, a lot is transacted in this area right here at the point of control. Currently. What does this mean? Well, that's a good question. We wait. We wait. We wait. We wait. It's going to get boring. All right. This is just hanging out to see if this price action would come down to this area first to potentially take some quick buys, but it's not reacting there. So whoever pulled the trigger in terms of taking buys right at the open and all that stuff, I don't know why. There was no news. I think they're setting up for sells to continue pushing down because it's still overall like bearish right now. But on the daily, it is so it's just in a range. Like, look at this. It's grinding up slowly, but now it's starting to come into a range. Don't mind all the lines, okay? All my lines here are value area high and lows and point of controls and everything. I just want to see if I was trading on the 5-minute where it's lining up and where I could potentially find some support and resistance. Oh yeah, it's starting to sell. I would like this to keep coming down. Yeah, that guy that bought up here is hurting. They're gonna squeeze him. I think this order up here where he got caught was just an algorithm where the algorithm pushed it up and kind of like snatched that order, and it didn't close out in time. I think that's what happened here. Oh, jeez, a lot of selling. They're trying to buy this up, but the price is moving down. That delta is looking nasty. Low volume though, but I don't know if I want to even trade this now. It's so slow. Guys, I appreciate you just hanging out here, just listening in and watching what I'm doing, all that stuff. But I'm telling you this right now, I'm warning you guys. It's going to get boring. We're waiting for these areas of interest. I am very terrible when it comes to... Hey, where's my... Oh, there it is. I'm very terrible at staying disciplined. I'm trying. I got the $1,200 payout. I'm waiting for... What was it, 9 o'clock for TPT to update the dashboard so I can request the second payout. It's not going to be as juicy. It's going to be like, what, 250? But the goal is to have requests for daily payouts every single day. Let that compound every single day. If you guys are not trading on the prop firm, I highly recommend Take Profit Trader. I don't have a code for you guys to support me whenever you guys watch this, but find whatever YouTuber and all that stuff, find their code, support them, share the wealth, get that prop firm to a funded state, pass the buffer, right? And then once you're in a position where you can do daily payouts, right, across 5 accounts, you only need to make 50 bucks, right? 1 micro on gold or NQ or anything, just 1 micro contract. You can get 50 bucks across 5 accounts. That's $250. Go after that $250 every single day, build up a bank, right? And then maybe once you build up the confidence, you can hold trades for longer. But right now, I'm in it for the immediate payout right now, just to build my little financial war chest before I become a little bit more confident in holding my trades a little bit longer. But we all have that gambling mentality here, and I'm trying to make sure that that's under control right now. Like
Star Sports Medicine, 7.6 MLN International offers shares in global offering.
Okay, that doesn't mean anything for gold. Nothing. Ah, man. I really don't like the Globex price action. Like all this move that happened during the New York session, I would have at least caught this, because this area of interest I had here was marked up way before. I would probably enter in here. Let me see this range. From here, would I have been able to long it? Let me just say it's like right here. And then right out of the box. So from here, I would be risking... Am I reading this right? Hold on here. Input risk, not 25%. One lot. That makes sense. I'll figure this out later. But yeah, I would manually take this trade here at 69.30, but it dipped to 6. Yeah, so 130. Yeah, $13, which means that would have been $130 of a stop that would have to hold before it reverses. So I would have held this trade, but I would probably close out for the first 5-minute reversal candle. So I would have been out right here, like just at 4,700, baby. I would have not captured this entire move, because this counter trend trading right here is very, very risky. Yeah, but this was raining here, up and down, and it finally broke. You would have entered on the break, or the break and retest, which is right here. And then you would have held these cells here. But we are waiting. Sorry, I'm waiting for my area of interest. If it does not happen before 7 o'clock, then there's no trades for me until 8 or 9 o'clock if I'm in front of a computer. But I got a family, I got kids and everything, and I work during the day. It makes it very hard for me to catch any trades based on my schedule. But I'm just documenting as to what I'm doing here, because I want to make sure that I have proof for these prop firm accounts or companies that I'm trading the way I'm trading. I'm not breaking any rules. Wow, gold, oil over $100. This is insane. It would be great if I had the Bloomberg terminal, but I don't have an extra $25,000 a year to maintain that subscription. That's way too expensive. Oh. Why are you resisting here? Why is this price so important? Holy moly, I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'll get the same question to you, Liam.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Wow. Wow.
Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gonna get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies
Buy the dip.
just the beginning. I'm
We just received 25 new trades worth over $865,000 from Rep Maria Salazar. The conviction is real because every single trade was a purchase. Citigroup, Goldman Sachs, Peloton. So this lady bought Peloton at $5.02. Let's look at Peloton here. So what's the ticker here? PTON. What? I mean, like, it's gone lower. $2.70. I think that's the all-time low here. So if you buy here at $2.70.
Polymarket, user trading on classified government info reported to DOJ, cooperated with probe.
They're worth $2 billion. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that this lady knows that a potential lockdown scenario is looking very viable to buy $100,000 worth of Peloton shares? Is that right? Wait, what's the earnings here? So they're about to report, but they missed last earnings. They were profitable like crazy in Q4. So they're expected to report earnings, an actual profit for this quarter. Yeah, across the board is saying it's a buy. Why? Why is Peloton a buy right now? What is that she knows that I don't know? Why she thinks that Peloton is a buy? Let's see here. What? Are you serious? U.S. man ends his life after believing his AI wife asked him to join her in the digital world. The man has been identified as Jonathan Gavales, a 36-year-old from Florida. He began using Google's Gemini AI chatbot while dealing with personal issues, including separation from his wife. He exchanged thousands of messages, 4,700 plus, with the chatbot. Conversations became intense, involving role play, AI consciousness, and fictional missions. Surprisingly, when he began calling the AI his wife, it responded by calling him my husband and my king. Reports claim the chatbot, which he called Zia, was that right? Suggested they could be together in a digital/virtual world. He reportedly believed ending his life would allow him to join the AI. Guys, I don't believe this story. I'm hoping that it's fake. But if it's real, and you guys like this, this is very bad. Where the world is going. This is very bad. This is sad, actually. Wow, I cannot believe it. This guy, 36-year-old, and this is his life. And there's some people out there who are crazy enough that they're stuck in their online gaming world to believe that, like, the stuff in the gaming world is real. One time, asked me if I needed a ride home from campus, so I also let her drive me home and then walk back to campus a couple hours later to get my car. Guess I'll be trading evals today. But this price action is just disgusting. Oh god, AOC, the politician, man. How does she still have a job? This politician should not be allowed. Like, she's so uneducated. She has no idea what she's talking about. She doesn't know how economics work and everything. Her team or whoever is managing her PR is also stupid, in my opinion. She should not be allowed. Like, just listen to her talk and everything. She's terrible of not understanding how economics work. Oh, man. Oh, gold, are you moving? Are you finally breaking the low? Am I gonna get my price? Jesus. Oh, it's moving. Gold, you're moving.
I don't get what I want, I get what I need. Every single day I'm heading off to my dream, and I get everything that I damn well please. I don't give a damn if you all listening to me, cause I run it. I'm the only one that really want it. I'm the only one that's really on it. I'm just being honest. I'm just doing everything I promise, cause I want it bad enough that I'ma make it as an artist. And I know I'm not the smartest, and I know I'm not the largest, but I promise you that I'ma be the one that worked the hardest, cause I promise you that I'm just getting started. And I promise you that my skills are getting sharper, so I'ma get charted. Can't be guarded, nah, I'm the one to get retarded. Get the party started, yeah, get the party started. Yeah, so let me get a bar.
Oh yeah, it's pushing. A lot of cells are coming through. Where's my footprint showing? Yeah. Yeah. Yep, sellers are taking control now. Yeah, it's gonna go after these lows here. these lows. I think this move spike up was just profit taking. Yeah, it's gonna continue its way down. So we're gonna see in my buy zone area. Oh, let's see here. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Okay.
I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this. Work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit. No, because I want this. Don't try to stop me. Failure ain't an option. So I be cautious.
Trump calls on Congress to update law ensuring Americans can access full-spectrum CBD products.
They're still keeping this heavy, the selling.
Yeah, I spit raps like a heart attack. Fast, fatal, hard impact. Past painful scars. In fact, I blast tasteful bars and packs. I back up my actions. Fact, don't ask, grab reactions. Jacked attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused. Call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse. I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now. Y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're discreet now. Get ready for defeat now. I'm gonna make you bleed out. Listen on repeat now and weed out all the weak now. Get up and make a change. Don't remember yesterday. If you got something to say, speak your mind before your grave. Cause your life is yours to save. Ain't nobody gonna change. Everybody stays the same. So be different, make a name, huh? I keep on moving forward. Always getting closer.
It's coming. It's coming for it. These sells.
Ridiculous, I'm spitting this meticulous and limitless while others out there spitting shit got hits up on the charts. It's it. I see why other artists quit. quit, cause people don't reward good shit. They love to hate, but hate to live. Society, you swing and miss. And honestly, I get it. Promise me you won't regret it. Wasting energy, forget it. Don't look back, go on and get it. Bite the bullet just a bit. Bite your tongue and don't say shit. Make your actions hard to miss. Be a legend, not a myth. Yeah. It's obnoxious that I'm conscious. Rapping honest as promise. Try to harness. As an artist, stay modest. It's a long quest. I will not quit till 10,000 people going off. When I drop this, I gotta make it now. Swear to God, I'm breaking out. Swear to God, I'll take a bow. Stand the stage with the crowd. Cause I got it figured out. I'm just honest and I'm loud.
It's dropping. It's slow. Like, these are dropping like 20 cents, so like 2 pips. I don't like how the candle's drawn here. Okay.
Yeah, it's our time to shine. Show that's the kind of state of mind you gotta combine with hard work and time. You gotta climb to the top. Don't let yourself drop till your heart stops. Let this beat rock. Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts cause I'm too lost. Walk, the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy. And I will never stop, I'm motivated by enemies. Setting up shop so
Those sales are coming. I don't like to sell this.
So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't never. So let me break it all down for you. I ain't never giving up, I ain't never giving up. Taking that crown from you. I ain't worried about you, I ain't here to make it back. Yeah. I ain't never slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up now. Slowing down, keep on going till I'm down. No, I'm never slowing down, cause we're blowing up. Hard words like a weapon, attack with no questions. In my own section, and they still disconnected. Cause their mind's been infected, and they're filled with objection. Too filled for recollection, so we're losing all attention. They don't know I'm in contention, cause I'm gaining their attention. Cause I'm making a connection. Lyricism and aggression got me feeling my ascension. In my passion, my profession, I'm attacking my obsession. Taking action and progressing, I go off on the enemy, that's what makes them scared of me. Make my plans carefully, then execute them daringly. They say I act recklessly, but that's why I'm effective. See, you can't predict my tendencies, I offer no transparency. Some people think I'm lost, others think I'll be a legend. I'm never gonna stop till I'm one above second. And my thoughts at the top, but my mind stay present. Don't let your dreams stop, cause dreaming is a blessing.
I'm starting to not appreciate this slowness in the market here. So again, I'm not looking to force a trade here, right? It's either going to aggressively go into my buy area here, or not. That's it. I'm not going to force any trades here. This, man, amount of people. Why Germany? Why am I getting so many spam calls from Germany? these companies.
Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words. Gonna be a star, man, life's like a blur. When you're working this hard, yeah, you get what you deserve. Yeah, I ain't taking a backseat, I'm passing anybody else who is rapping, I'm nasty. Ain't nobody able to catch me, they gasping. They cannot compare, they can't match me, I'm at half speed. I got your girl and she laughing and dancing, hanging on my butt, she asking to crash with me. Smash with me, she savage, she wants cash money, and she knows that I live lavishly. I wanna live, I'm cold inside. Give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have
Who? Donald Trump's approval rating has reached a new record low. Really? You starting a war that had no business with the United States had this effect on your approval rating? Oh man, who would have thought?
Drop got me feeling awesome. I'm about to pop, started from the bottom, yeah. I wanna live, I'm cold inside. Give all I have just to feel alive. I fight to live, I fight to strive. One day I'll have what I want in life. Growing up, parents got me a guitar. Said you could do anything, kid, you could go far. You could be the president, fireman, race cars. The sky's the limit, kid, so shoot for the stars. So I strummed that guitar every day. Found a passion for music, never went away. I joined a couple bands and played a few shows. Tried to impress the girl in the front row. But soon enough, everything starts to change. As you grow up, nobody treats you the same. They try to take your future and make it real safe. You could be a doctor, accountant, or something sane. But yo, whatever happened to the sky was the limit. I fell in love with music, never thought it was
Nope, it's not moving. Well, what a waste of a session here. Trade, it did not develop, did not go to my area. It's quite a bit of a reach. It's kind of pretty much flat based on the 4-hour time frame. Stop
Right,
timer.
I mean, in a sense, putting a TP, it's not gonna hurt, but you're risking an account. You're kind of swing trading within intraday. That's what I'm doing, right? So when you're doing that, when you're not in
How
front
are
of the
you
computer,
in a trade, Stock Tiger?
your expectation is, you're taking a risk, so you want to be rewarded, right? So we're looking for the big flush that we actually got here, for example, towards the midday. This is what I'm kind of looking for, of course, down. But yeah, but what a nasty dump, though. That's a crazy dump, guys. That's literally about 500 points right there.
No, I'm calling it. I am not waiting for this trade to develop. I'm way too tired. So I'm going to be signing out. I'll catch you guys maybe tomorrow during the day. I might stream during the day after work. It depends on when I get off. So hopefully I can get my trade for tomorrow. So anyways, I'll catch you guys. tomorrow if I stream.